Welcome people, and yeah, you can tell I'm doing another tier list because, well, I'm in the middle of editing something else. Anyway, let's start. As you can see, we have all the different factions slash races, and I'm just going to be saying which one's cool and if they're good for me, and I've tried some of them out but I haven't paid for the DLC, which is very funny. First off, we have Ogre Kingdoms. They're just people, but big. There's like nothing really I can do about them, but we have good units. Not my type though. Next, we have the Undivided ones, which means you make your own demon. Honestly, they're good. We have every single Chaos unit, like Khorne, Tzeentch, Slaanesh, and Nurgle. Honestly, they're good. Maybe an S tier, because of the customization, where you can mix and match. But overall, they're pretty good. A tier. Next we have Britannia. It's basically the Crusades, really, if you think of it. Honestly, they're good. I hate the peasant system. I'm not a fan of them. Next we have Tzeentch. This one's going to be interesting, because, well, it's all magic. And I do say, they are interesting. Good magic, good range. Have some interesting lords and powers, I will have to say. Well, I haven't tried them that much, but I know they're powerful in range due to all the magic and fire damage they can do. And overall, good units. Well, all of them have soul grinders, but overall this one has cooler units, and they're cool. Next we have Khorne, or shall I say Scarbrand, because he is the exiled one. I will say, he is... oof, tough one here actually. He's pretty good. I play him a lot more because much more dangerous, but he only has one ranged unit, which is the cannon. And by using him over on my game, 100 turns in, with good units, good damage, good fear, everything. He's good. S tier. Nurgle, D tier. I don't like how he works. You build a structure, and, well, you gotta wait about 20 turns to get a new unit every time. It's not good. Just D tier anyway. Empire. This is good. Prince and Emperor. I'd say S, because it's full on weaponry. It's literally World War II with how much weaponry they have. They have swords, sticks, and arrows, but they also have cannons and tanks and tons of gunpowder. They're dangerous. Skaven. I have to say, Skaven are good, apart from the food. I don't like the food. It's not that good. It's just annoying. You can't have too many armies because, well, too much food for every unit, and honestly, I would say B, just because they have more units and they're more intense, but I don't like it. Also, by mistake, I thought that was Khorne, that isn't Khorne, that's actually a beast, man. Honestly, C tier, they're boring. That's Khorne there. How do I do that? Don't worry. Anyway, yeah, Beastmen, they're just... I don't know, they're interesting. All there is just people, but animals. Anyway, Kislev, basically crazy Russians. They're quite good, especially with the big massive bear. A tier, they're basically Empire units, but much different. Elves. Whew, I'm not a big fan of elves really. They're good. The only good one is the dragon one. He's the only good unit. Well, Lord Hero. The only good one. I'd say B tier at closest. Next we have Wood Elves. If the only characters I like in them are the tree people, they're the only good ones. So I'd have to say C. It's literally trees. We all do nature, and there's nothing really you can do about them. And yeah, elves and trees, and they're just strange. C tier again. My favourite, dark elves. My main guy is the beast tamer, since he's more fun and wild. I would say he would roughly go into B or A. I have to think about it, but honestly it's undecided, but I'll say A. Good units, a lot of monsters. Chaos dwarves, I like them, they're good, very good, especially if you're with the strange demons, who, it's the shadow one. I don't really call him on here because he's not that important to me. I just don't like him, he's too strange. Yeah, Bellicor, not really a fan of them. I've tried one of their weapons out. Chaos dwarves have good cannons, good weapons, I like it. S tier. Would put it A, but they're cool because you have to pay for them. Still an S tier though. Dwarves, I like them, they're good. Small but fast for a dwarf, that's the real limit there. A tier, because good weapons, plenty of flying capabilities. Orcs, gotta love orcs, you know, come on, you have to love them. I will put them at a delicious, I'd say S tier. I like them. We have the giant unit, and that's extremely god tier in my taste. Although no one likes goblins in the army because they're too weak, but there's a lot of them. But of course we all love Grimgor and Wazarg, the great green shaman. We all love him. Next, we have our Slaneshi boy. Honestly, good units, nothing really much to talk about. Interesting design choice. Very interesting. Man, woman, crab, alien? Definitely a demon though. I'd say B tier. Good units, interesting playthrough. I like the ability to seduce enemies. It's very good. I can take your unit and put them on my team. It's very good. He's my boy Scarbrand. I've already said about him, he's good. I love him. Big and dangerous, and exalted bloodthirsters with champion executioner. All of them. Sacred executioner, champions executioner, exalted. Love him. Next, Norska. They're vampires, I mean Vikings. They're just Vikings, really. I mean, they're good, haven't tried them that much, seen them in game. They're an interesting bunch, I'd say D. Just another human-like. Lizard men, I have to say B. Just because of how interesting they are. They're Aztecs, that's quite good. And, well, I have to think. How about their monsters? Well, the monsters are dinosaurs. Lizard men have adopted dinosaurs and slapped large sun death beams on their dinos. I like that. You know what, talking about it? A tier. I've changed my mind. They're good. Vampires. Well, mainly the undead ones, but honestly, I like them. I like the Vamghouls. They're very interesting units. The ghosts are good, very good. Zombies, decent. Well, they're meat walls, aren't they? So it's gonna be fine. I'd have to say B. I like the characters. I like how shouty they are, and they're good. You know, classic vampires with undead dragons and horsemen. Tomb Kings, Egyptians, aren't they? I'd have to say, tough one actually. They're good, I like them. However, same with the vampires. If the leader dies, they all die. With animated, who controls it? The leader. It's the same with both of these. I would put them here just because of the giant units and how their mounts look. C though. I like them, but not too much. Here we are, Chaos Warriors. They have a lot of them. They can have roughly any unit they want in the Chaos area. And, well, they act like all of them, since they're technically undivided. I'd have to say D, just because they're another undivided, plus you gotta pay for them, even though the normal undivided one can have them all anyway. Vampire Coast. Undead pirates, that's literally what they are, and I like them. Seen them in battles, they're quite good. Giant crab monster, a walking ship with cannons, large bats that carry deck mobs. Now that's good. Same reason though, if the leader dies they all die really, but that's said to all of them. Except undead, since if you kill the necromancer and all, they're all dead. It's how it works. So I'd have to say good old S tier, because they're interesting. Lastly, Grand Cathay. Well, that's going to be an interesting one. Basically, Dynasty China. Or maybe Japan. Oh well. I like them because your main guy can tend to a dragon. Roughly shown here though. I like the giant unit, it's just a massive, colossal, titan looking guy. Literally stone soldier, I like him. I may need him. But I'd have to say B tier as well. Just because of the yin and yang type idea. You can't have them all, you can't have one type of unit for all of them, you have to have them mixed so they work in rhythm and all. I'd have to say C, just because of yin and yang. And overall, that's it. That is my opinion on all of them, and you can agree or disagree with most of them. I'm mainly sticking with the S tier because these guys are quite good and powerful. These ones, it depends on what you're going for and depends on the leader you have in. B, it's interesting. They're good to an extent, but it depends on who you're fighting. C, I mean, they're decent, but, well, they're all DLC, except Skaven, and that's kind of obvious. D, just, I don't use them, because they're terrible. Nurgle, I don't like the building. Britannia, peasants. Norska, just Vikings. And this guy, Chaos Warriors, are just undivided, but smaller. And, well, yeah. I have to say that was all my choices, and I hope you enjoyed it. And goodbye.